Hello and welcome back to Grandpa Streams Minecraft. My name is History Wes, and we are back on my Forever World. Created about 2 years ago and being worked on consistently for a couple of months now. And we are in what is going to be our medieval-ish town area. I'm working on the third building in that area, and we'll see more of it in just a few minutes. So I'm having a great day. Hope you're having a good day too. It's a bright sunny day outside and pretty hot, so I am indoors and enjoying it because it's much cooler in here. So as the name of the stream implies, I am a grandpa. In fact, my grandson's birthday is in about a week from today, and in fact I think it's exactly a week from today. And I'm looking forward to the time when I took that out. When he and I can play Minecraft together. That would be really cool if we could play on this world in a few years, because he is turning 2, so he's a little early for him to be playing. Although he is kind of a prodigy when it comes to controllers. He likes to come in and mess with my mouse all the time. So I denuded a lot of oak trees from this savanna area over here, along with a lot of acacia trees. And the acacia trees, if you look right down here, are all on the sides of this construction. And you'll get a better look at it when I go down in just a couple minutes. I want to get this roof put on. So I have a minecart station here, which we've seen before, and the building that I'm at. We'll look at the town hall building over here in a minute, and then this place marked off with green will be our next building. And I've decided that I'm going to not use a pattern on it. The building that I'm working on now and the other big one over there were both based on pictures I found online. And but I have an idea for one that I think will work, and I'm trying to be a better builder, and I think basing builds off pictures of Minecraft builds isn't the way to get better. Maybe basing them off of real buildings might be better. But anyway, after streaming last weekend, I played Minecraft a lot the next couple of days, but I haven't been playing much the second half of this week. What I did do this morning was I updated some things on the computer, including updating vanilla tweaks, which included the 3-dimensional sun and moon, as you can see, the bushy waving leaves, as you can see on the tree here, and some other things. And I updated the animations pack, fresh animations. You can see the sheep moves much more naturally. I updated those for last week and they worked great, except when I went to the villager trading hall, all my villagers had no eyes, which was a little creepy. So here we go. This is the town hall. Yeah, side is completed, and it's not exactly as the picture. The steeple roof here is actually taller than the one in the picture, and this area was inset more, and there were balconies across here, but I'm happy with the way it came out. And come around here, we have a little patio area here, and this far side wasn't visible in the picture at all, so I just had to wing it, and I built a patio here along with planters and things. And this dormer wasn't visible, but I assumed that since there was one in the front, there would be one in the back too. So inside, whoops, shovel's too good. Inside it is not, oh, I don't have any window glass here. Need to take care of that. So it's not finished inside. Looks a lot smaller in here than it does outside, right? My grandparents' house was like that when I was a kid. I mean, it seemed huge, but then somebody bought it and removed all the walls and everything, and it looked immediately much smaller, just like this. So we've got our doors to our little patios. And then through here is this tower section, and finally on the far side, the little two-story area. So I've decided I'm not going to finish this like it was a living, breathing building. I should fill that in, or maybe I'll put a armor stand there. Let's see. How's that? Instead, I'm going to build a bunch of farms in here. Moss farm, dripstone farm. I bought some dripstone from the Masons. Still haven't found any in the world. But anyway, that'll be a farm area, and there are 2 floors above. So the station here is essentially complete, but we have the western route added here. So we've got it hanging, and there are tons of mobs down below. I gotta watch out, and I got shot by a skeleton because I'll end up down there with him. Oh, a chicken jockey. I wonder if you shoot a chicken jockey. Oh, he despawned. That was fast. I was gonna say, I wonder if you shoot a chicken jockey, will you get the reward too? Anyway, so this comes out on the other side here, just to here, and eventually it'll go on westward to wherever we're going to go to. And you can see I also did some work on the mob farm over here. I built a shelf for the next section down, used all my copper, but it looks pretty good. So this is the basic for this one. I'll do some shading and breaking up the texture here when I'm done. The original picture that I got, I'm sorry I don't know who the creator was that came up with this design had a lot of texture variation in his. And I'm not BOO, and I'm not FWIP, so I really don't think I can do that kind of a thing. Let's see here. And here we're going to have some kind of a crane type apparatus. We're over this same hole, sort of. Actually, we've gone a little bit beyond it, but that's okay. And we need more oak. And I don't know if we've got more oak, but we'll take a look. If we're not, we'll go up on the hill and get some more. This hill over here. Okay. So, the name of the new drop has been announced, the Copper Age, which is cool. I like copper. I'm pretty happy with all the things they've added, or are adding, I should say. Yeah, we definitely need more. Another hole over here. I wonder if that connects. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in the update that people would be unhappy about. I mean, yeah, it looks like that's part of the same giant cave system. I don't know if I'm that keen on the new textures for dyes. They said it's supposed to make them easier for people that have color blindness. It doesn't look like that to me, but then I'm not colorblind. I don't really care. So if you know, if they work, great. But if either way, it is, as they say, no skin off of my nose, since who really cares what texture the dyes are, as long as you can tell what they are. I'm sure somebody will be upset about it. People got upset when they changed the ores for everything except for diamond. They all used to look like diamond except for color, and then they changed the design of them. But I actually like the new ones anyway. Oh, sundown already. What the? Oh, that was a parrot. I was about to say, what kind of noise was that? Guess I have to check through all of my chests to see what oak we have in stock. I was noticing I don't seem to have great frame rate. Yeah, 18 frames per second. I guess my old computer here is just reaching its Minecraft limits. I have a huge amount of RAM devoted to it, but my video card is fairly old. I mean, it's a built-in video, but it is a NVIDIA card with 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is not much compared to the new cards that are coming out. And I keep, as I keep mentioning, I'm going to be getting a new computer as soon as they come out with a new one. I don't want to buy one now and then immediately have them come out with one that's better. I want to at least enjoy a year of having the best computer. Oh, there's some oak right there. Some more. A little bit more. And a little bit more. I think that's probably enough. Watch, I'll get there and there'll be one short. That's the way things go, right? One of the Vanilla Tweaks features that I added was lowering the sound of minecarts, which is cool. I also lowered the noise of pistons and nether portals. I don't know if you can hear it at all. I can still hear it, just barely. But oh. So I don't know who designed the original one for this, but they did a great job. This one is still very much a work in progress, but I think it'll look good when it's done. Again, also based on a picture that I found just Googling Minecraft medieval builds. Yeah, I might do something with that sheep that's stuck in the hole there. I don't know. The whole log construction of roofs is not the way I usually prefer to go. Not because I don't like the look of the bark, but because I don't care for the blockiness of it. But whatever works, right? Whatever looks good. Oh, that's an interesting whole area there. I guess I really should survey this area a little more. So anyway, Minecraft Live, or whatever they're calling it, is coming out again soon too. So they should be announcing some, at least part of what's coming next. Yeah, I am just short by a little bit. So I'll just go over here and chop some trees on the other side of this river. There have been some rumors that this might be focused on the oceans again, improving the updates, aquatic, kind of the updated aquatic 2, some people have said, which, I mean, that's fine. There's a perpetual rumor, of course, that it could be an end update, which I would like to see. But I don't know what it's going to be. Except that I imagine it's going to have to do with something existing already in the world, like the oceans. And my other guess is that it's probably going to be very limited in what they show us, because they seem to have, in my opinion, taken the wrong lesson from the controversies about the previous updates. So they came out with several updates, most notably the wild update, and they overpromised, which is not a surprise. I mean, they overpromised on some previous ones too, like the update aquatic was originally going to have some things that just couldn't be done, like realistic water mechanics, for instance. I mean, they could have been done, but they would have broken pretty much every existing farm and stuff. So in the end, they didn't do those things, even though they were part of the promised update. But I think most people didn't have a problem with that. But then there was the over-promising, specifically for fireflies, which I personally didn't really care about. I think I've talked about that before. Coupled along with some really stupid reasoning on why they didn't do it. The whole fireflies poisoning frogs thing. And then archaeology being delayed, and the deep dark being delayed, which, in my opinion, those were all legitimate reasons why they were delayed. But so there was a lot of controversy, and add that on top of the whole mob vote controversy. And the lesson that Mojang seemed to take from that was to not promise anything, to not show off anything that you didn't have already done. And so now they kept way back on what they show, which, you know, in my estimation, wasn't the right thing to do. because now you've cut the hype way down, especially now that we have drops. Since there are only a relatively few items that are delivered in each drop, there's not going to be as much hype in the community as there would have been for one big drop every year. And that's fine, you know, but I think that would be mitigated by showing off a little bit more of what you have in the planning stages. Just don't show off stuff that you don't think you're going to be able to do, or things that you have no intention of doing. They also showed off copper horns, and then announced they weren't doing that, and everybody was upset. And they said, "Oh, well, we were just having fun and thought we'd share it with you." Yeah, well, that's great for you to have fun, but if you know you can't, you're just showing it off. You're not really sharing unless the players can do the same thing. So don't show off things that you aren't going to do at all. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. Nope, that doesn't go there. And that is real dark up top here. Let's see. I can reach in and put a torch in there, right? A little better. Okay, so I think that is the entire roof, right? Yeah. See how it looks down from the ground level. Do. Yeah, it looks okay. Alright, sheep, I'm going to give you one chance to get out. And if you don't, I'm just going to eliminate you. I have a lead. Okay. Come on. All right. All right, and I need some polished diorite. Here's a hot take for you. I like diorite. I think it's a maligned block. It's actually very pretty, depending on how you use it. And pretty versatile. There you go. I think people that talk about how diorite is ugly are really just saying they don't know what to do with it. You want to see some great diorite builds, just load up pretty much any of B00's videos. B00 100, quite probably the greatest Minecraft builder. If not the greatest, definitely in the top 10. I would like to see a new video from him with building in it. I watched Past Life today. Is that what it's called? The end of the season, mini-series. And he is fun to watch anytime, but he doesn't do, nobody does a lot of building in that series. Okay, so somebody's going to drop, well, I guess the universe is going to drop a creeper on me from right up here if I don't light this up. There we are. No place else they can spawn, right? Right. Oh, well, over here. I mean, eventually I'll do something with this building so that this won't be a problem, but for now, well, I'm working on it. I definitely don't want creepers dropping from the ceiling, or any other mobs, but especially creepers. So, in the new drop, the one thing I'm most excited about is the Copper Golem. I don't even care about the sorting part. I think it's just a cool little mob. It was my vote in the mob vote when it was on. And I think it'll be fun to have. Alright. So what are we going to need? We're going to need birch to do this. We need some dead coral to work on this. Okay, so I guess the first thing to do would be to head over to Bryce Station, 8,000 blocks away, because there is a coral reef there. And anyway, I'm all for Minecraft adding mobs to the game, hostile mobs, indifferent mobs, friendly mobs, any of the above. And yeah, I don't think there's a single mob I would want them to take out. I am always saying I hate creepers, but I'm glad they're in the game, I guess. I really like the Happy Ghast. That one was a great idea. Everybody's least favorite mob is the Phantom, but I'm not a hater of the Phantom. I voted for it, not on the first round. They had multiple rounds in that vote because they had 4 creatures, and the one I originally voted for was the Great Mouth. Oh, now that skeleton's going to be there when I come out, but that's a problem for future me. The Great Mouth lived under the ground and closed its mouth on you. Kind of a trapdoor spiderish kind of a deal. And Wow, that was a loud equip sound. Anyway, when then it got cut from the vote, and so there were 3 left, and I voted for the Beast of the Night Sky, which eventually became the Phantom. Along the way, for a while, they had it themed to match the Enderman, so it was black, and it lived in the end, which I thought was very cool. The look was very cool. It didn't work because if it lived in the end, then you couldn't go to sleep in the end, so they always were there. But I would have liked if they had left it that same color. I haven't been in the end in a while. And I should have brought some, well, I don't want to spend time laying carpets right now. Oh. Missed me. Don't taunt the ghast, I suppose. And the Nether is the Nether update was a very cool update. Anyway, when I started playing, they had just come out with the World of Color. I started playing in 1.12, so they had I never knew a time when there weren't 16 colors of wool blocks and 16 colors of terracotta and concrete. So I must have started just, really soon after they had updated that, because it seemed like I played for a long time without any Minecraft updates. And then they announced the update Aquatic, and you ever wish you could go back in time? I used to feel like upset that I hadn't started playing Minecraft 6 years earlier, because the first Minecon was in Las Vegas, which is a very short drive from where I live, and it would have been fun to go. And then by the time I started playing, they didn't have live events anymore. But anyway, so it was a long time before the update Aquatic, but it came out and it was so huge. People forget all the things that were in that, all the underwater plant life, dolphins, turtles, the multiple types of fish, any fish, floating. You used to be able to fish up fish with a fishing pole, but you couldn't see any when you were in the water. And what else am I missing? Yeah, the only thing that was in there was were squid before. So all those things plus phantoms. Oh man, I'm sure there are 1,000 things that I'm thinking of. The effects of magma and soul sand on water. There were no soul sand elevators before that. And so it was a huge update, and so made Minecraft so much better. And then it seems like, looking back on it, it seems like years and years until 1.14 came out, but of course it was only a year later. So here's my Bryce Station, my little camel caravansary, and the terracotta mine here, which are still terracotta floating at the bottom, so I haven't been here in a while. That's east, that's west. See, it feels completely turned around. I think I should probably take a bed down here. It's been a while since I died. Let me look at the statistics. Number of deaths 5. Time since last death 4.02 days of game time. So time played is only 5.55. So it's been a while. There we are. Okay. So hello, rabbit. So right down here is our reef. There's a small reef here, but there's a much bigger one out past this. And don't fall in any crevice. Oh, it's going to get dark and rain. It won't rain here, but okay. So I'm going to set a bed right here. Well, that wasn't the direction I was planning on it going, but that's fine. Okay, pink coral, perfect. And so now as we do, we destroy the environment. Anyway, as I was saying, so 1.14, the Village and Pillage came out. On that day, my children and I started our own family server with a game that's still going on. It just haven't been on there for a while. Neither are the kids. And oh, the Drowned. Also in 1.13, the update Aquatic. Oh, how did I forget about them? Anyway, 14, Village and Pillage with, I think the biggest thing was the fact that the villager trade overhaul was so cool. Made dealing with villagers so much better. Of course, they've improved that a lot since then too. The pillagers and the raids and all that was a great addition. But let's see, what else? Yeah, Totems of Undying came with the Village and Pillage. And then 1.15 was the Buzzy Bees update, which was pretty much just Buzzy Bees as far as add-ons, but they did a lot of behind-the-scenes bug fixing. Minecraft was even much buggier then than it is now. And yeah, almost got enough. But I thought the bees addition of bees was a great thing. I like bees. when we were kids, my brother had a couple of beehives that he would harvest and get honey from, and I watched him do it and took pictures. It was very cool. My brother was the outdoorsman of the family, and I was not. But anyway, Buzzy Bees were fun. And 1.16 was the Nether update, which I loved. The old Nether was just nothing. There was nothing to it. And they added all this stuff. You know what the Nether update reminds me of, and I've said it before, is the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth. Not the most recent one, but the one made back in the 60s, the good one, where they travel through biomes with different creatures in a sandy biome, caverns, is kind of a stalagmite, as we would call dripstone, and I can still take more. Might as well take advantage of the opportunity since I'm out here. Anyway, that was a great movie, and one of my favorites of 60 science fiction movies. Highly recommend it. But yeah, very much like that, going into the Nether now. They get much more interesting. The piglins, the hoglins, the bastions, all of that, the different kinds of wood additions, just brilliant. So then we had there's some beautiful fish. Then the COVID epidemic with all the shutdowns, and it slowed down Minecraft's plan to do the caves and cliffs, so they split it into two. I don't think anybody had a problem with that. Oh, poor rabbit. The 17 was just all the blocks, and 18 was the change of world structure. And so that was the one that got overpromised on. The archaeology and the deep dark were just too much. So the deep dark got pushed back to 1.19. Tales and Trails. Is it Trails and Tales or Tales and Trails? One or the other. And then archaeology got pushed back to, oh no, that was archaeology. Was it? Yeah, because and then the wild update is when the deep dark was finally revealed. Is that, let's see, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 20 was, excuse me, 20 was the Tales and Trails. 19 was the wild update. I got those switched back and forth, right? So everybody's assuming that the next one, 1.22, has to be like a big update like in the past, but I don't think necessarily it has to or it will. I think they've done, 1.20 or 1.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one's going to be 9, and the next one will be 1.22, and it may just be a small drop again. I mean, no bigger than these current drops. And I would like a big drop, but if it's not that big, I'm going to understand. Hopefully, it'll be something fun. The one thing about the big updates over these small drops is I think the big updates got a lot more people to start playing Minecraft again, whereas, if they just we added a copper golem or copper tools, I don't think that's going to psych up many people to get them playing again. I could be wrong. I'm not exactly the demographic that I'm talking about, because I think people who pick up and start playing Minecraft are probably on the younger side, which I am definitely not. I am an old man. Speaking of old, I say this almost every week. Encourage your old people, your grandparents, your parents, your aunts and uncles. Encourage them to play Minecraft. Keep their brains fit. In the news today, there was information that they had just done a study that said board games help prevent dementia. And the data backs that up too, and I'm not surprised, because playing games works different parts of your brain that simple memorization games don't. The more creative the game, the more parts of your brain have to work and are exercised. Your brain's like a muscle. You exercise it, it gets stronger. And if you don't, it gets weak and flabby. And so because of that, I think Minecraft has got to be the ultimate as far as brain exercise, because it involves so much creativity, regardless of how you play. If you just come on and just play it like it's a normal game, harvest resources, build supplies. Oh, look at the way the gas flies. That looks very cool, and he's going to kill me. Where'd you go, guest? Anyway, even if you just play it that way, it's going to be exercising your brain. But if you go beyond that and build and design and create, you're working even more of your brain. So get your old people to play. Play it with them. I mean, playing with somebody is a lot of fun. Minecraft's almost like two separate games. The solo game and the multiplayer game. And you can play multiplayer so easy. You don't have to be on a server. You just open it to LAN, and thanks to Wi-Fi that we have today, easily configurable Wi-Fi, we can connect so easily. Ouch. I knew that goblin, or that goblin. They should have had goblins to Minecraft. I lost my train of thought. See, I need to play more Minecraft and strengthen my brain. Okay. I knew that. See, I would like the rascal more, the rascal in the mob vote. If they had called it a goblin instead of a rascal, I would have liked it more. But I'm not a big fan of it anyway. Thematically, it just doesn't seem to fit into the game to me. I feel the same way about the fireflies, kind of. Here are these teeny tiny fireflies, and you've got gigantic bees and gigantic spiders, silverfish. I mean, yeah, we have animals, or we have insects that come in different sizes today, but if you're only going to have 4 or 5 insects in a world, they should be like in the same size range. Speaking of spiders, spiders are scary with the fresh animations pack on. Alright, here we are. Home again, jiggity jog. Oh, that reminds me, on the other day I was talking about Mother Goose. And reciting some Mother Goose even. And I remembered another one. Simple Simon. Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. It said, Simple Simon to the pieman, can I taste your ware? Said the pieman to Simple Simon, will you show me your money? Said Simple Simon to the pieman, sir, I have not any. Which is sad. It's sad that there are people in the world that don't have enough money to buy pie. I'm going to have to find and recover all these pieces of acacia. Which, by the way, we have plenty of acacia around where I live. Doesn't look like this, doesn't have orange wood, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me if there are a few things in Minecraft that are not 100% accurate. So it wouldn't bother me if frogs ate fireflies. I do kind of like that they eat magma blocks and make frog lights. I think frog lights are one of the best blocks in the game. My favorite light source. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of, and I need some like tough just inside of there. Sun's going down again. Which is fine because it's just about time for us to finish for the day. I will stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time, as I do every Friday and Saturday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific. I would love if you would stop by, and please feel free to leave a comment after this is posted, and give me your thoughts about anything I've said or done. If you would like to like this video, I would appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe. And what am I looking for? Oh, tough. That's right. There's some. Get out of there. Oh, and we got this guy. Hey, friend. Invisibility potions. Whoa, I didn't know they sold potions. Pale moss. Oh, sweet. Okay, I'm going to have to go and get some emeralds. And you can stay in here where it's nice and rainy.